In a coordinated lightning strike across 3 northern Nigerian states, the Nigerian armed forces have reportedly neutralized over 750 Boko Haram and ISWAP militants in what military officials are calling Operation Desert Storm 2. The 72-hour offensive, which concluded yesterday, represents the largest single counterterrorism success in Nigeria's recent history and could mark a decisive turning point in the 15-year insurgency that has plagued the northeast region. The operation began at dawn on May 18th, when intelligence reports confirmed that multiple terrorist factions had consolidated their forces in the Sambisa forest region, planning what sources describe as a coordinated mega-attack targeting major population centers across Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states during the upcoming Eid celebrations. According to the Nigerian Defense Headquarters, the militants had amassed an unprecedented force of over 1,200 fighters, dozens of armored vehicles, and substantial weapons caches in what appeared to be preparation for their most ambitious offensive since the 2014 Chibok schoolgirls kidnapping. Intelligence indicated they were planning simultaneous attacks on Maiduguri, Damaturu, and Yola that could have resulted in thousands of civilian casualties, explained Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, Director of Defense Media Operations. We could not allow such devastation to unfold. The Nigerian response was swift and overwhelming. For the first time in the conflict's history, all branches of Nigeria's security forces operated under unified command, with the Army, Air Force, Navy, and elite special forces coordinating through a joint operations center established specifically for this mission. The operation employed cutting-edge military technology recently acquired through partnerships with Turkey, China, and domestically produced equipment from Nigeria's expanding defense industry. Turkish-made Bayraktar TB2 drones conducted continuous surveillance, while Chinese-supplied Winglung II combat drones provided precision strike capabilities. Most significantly, Nigeria deployed its new fleet of indigenous Thunder fighter jets, manufactured locally in partnership with Pakistan's Kamra Aeronautical Complex, marking their combat debut. These aircraft, assembled in Kaduna, represent Nigeria's growing military-industrial capacity and reduced dependence on Western arms suppliers. The Thunder jets performed flawlessly, noted Air Vice Marshal Oladayo Amao, Chief of Air Staff. This operation demonstrated that Nigeria can produce world-class military equipment capable of defending our sovereignty. The 3-day offensive unfolded across multiple phases. On day 1, drone strikes targeted command centers and weapons depots deep within Sambisa Forest. Day 2 saw coordinated ground assaults by mechanized infantry supported by helicopter gunships, while Day 3 focused on pursuing fleeing militants and securing liberated territories. Military spokesmen report that 753 militants were confirmed eliminated, with another 89 captured alive. Seized equipment includes 47 armored vehicles, over 300 motorcycles, substantial ammunition stockpiles, and sophisticated communication equipment, suggesting external funding and coordination. Perhaps most importantly, the operation rescued 234 civilians who had been held captive by the terrorist groups, including 67 children and 89 women. Many had been missing for months or even years, with some victims dating back to attacks in 2023. Today, we brought our daughters and sons home, declared President Bola Tinubu during a nationally televised address yesterday evening. This operation sends an unmistakable message. Nigeria will not negotiate with terrorists. We will defeat them decisively. The successful operation has generated widespread celebration across northern Nigeria, with many residents viewing it as vindication of the military's new strategy, emphasizing overwhelming force and technological superiority over prolonged ground campaigns. In Maiduguri, Borno State's capital and frequent target of terrorist attacks, thousands gathered in spontaneous street celebrations. For the first time in years, I believe we might actually defeat these people, said Aisha Mohammed, a local teacher whose school was attacked in 2023. Our military has shown they can protect us. Religious leaders across denominations have praised the operation's success. The Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, described it as divine intervention working through human courage, while Christian Association of Nigeria, President Archbishop Daniel Oko called for national prayers of thanksgiving. The international response has been notably mixed. While the United States and United Kingdom issued statements congratulating Nigeria on the counterterrorism success, some Western officials privately expressed concerns about the operation's scale and civilian casualty reports, though the Nigerian military maintains that extensive precautions prevented non-combatant deaths. More significantly, the operation has drawn praise from unexpected quarters. Russian President Vladimir Putin personally congratulated President Tinubu, while Chinese Premier Li Qiang hailed the success of Chinese-supplied equipment in combating terrorism. Nigeria has demonstrated that African solutions to African problems are not just rhetoric, they are reality, stated African Union Commission Chairperson Musa Faki Mahamat during an emergency session in Addis Ababa. The technological aspects of the operation have particularly impressed regional observers. Nigeria's use of domestically assembled aircraft and locally manufactured armored vehicles represents a significant step toward military self-sufficiency that other African nations are studying closely. Ghana's defense minister has already inquired about purchasing Nigerian-made Thunder aircraft, while Senegal has requested technical cooperation on establishing its own defense manufacturing capabilities. However, security analysts caution against premature celebration. While the elimination of 750-plus militants represents a substantial blow to terrorist capabilities, the underlying conditions that fuel extremism, poverty, unemployment, inadequate governance, and ethnic tensions remain largely unaddressed. Military victories must be followed by sustained development and reconciliation efforts, warned Dr. Fatima Akilu, former director of Nigeria's Office of the National Security Advisor. Otherwise, we risk seeing new recruits replace those eliminated. The economic implications of the operation's success could prove equally significant. International oil companies have indicated renewed willingness to expand operations in northern Nigeria, while agricultural investors are expressing interest in returning to previously insecure regions. If security can be maintained, northern Nigeria could become a major food producer for the entire West African region, explained economic analyst Dr. Bismarck Ruane. The potential for agricultural transformation is enormous. As Nigeria prepares for the upcoming Eid celebrations that the terrorists had planned to target, a different mood prevails across the northeast. For the first time in years, major gatherings are proceeding without the shadow of imminent attack. The operation's success has also boosted President Tinubu's domestic standing, with approval ratings climbing significantly in recent polls. His decision to grant military commanders unprecedented operational autonomy appears to have paid substantial dividends. Looking ahead, the Nigerian military has announced plans for sustained operations designed to prevent terrorist regrouping. This is not the end. This is the beginning of the end, declared General Christopher Musa, Chief of Defense Staff. We will maintain pressure until every terrorist threat is eliminated. Regional implications extend beyond Nigeria's borders. Mali, Niger, and Chad have all requested briefings on the operation's tactics and technology, suggesting potential for coordinated regional approaches to Sahel security challenges. As the dust settles on Operation Desert Storm 2, one thing appears certain: Nigeria has demonstrated that with proper coordination, advanced technology, and determined leadership, even the most entrenched terrorist threats can be decisively defeated. Whether this victory translates into lasting peace depends on what comes next.